What is up, guys? The Great Wall back at again with another video. Today we are here with another 10-year sim. It is going to be the Cardinals. This is an okay team. They've got some young good players like JJ Weatherholt, who should hopefully develop into a beast. They've got Alec Burleson, who destroys righties, and they've got Mason Wynn. I mean, other than that, they really don't have the craziest of teams, but hopefully they can do a job. Within the 10 years, they also have the switch pitcher, so hopefully he can develop into something. That'd be kind of cool. So yeah, see what happens. All right, they're immediately gonna make a move. Jojo Romero for Luis De Leon. All right, we're at the home run derby. No one here from us. Our team is just as bad as you would think it is. Actually, it might be worse than how bad you think it is. James Wood is an all-star, so shout out to him. Who is our all-star though? Not Matt Swanson, who was my early guess. Ivan Herrera. I kind of had a feeling it would be him, because he normally is the all-star for this team. Yeah, and that's going to be it. So hopefully they had a good draft class. Yeah. Alright, they had a decent draft class. Couple of high 80s potentials. I mean, a bunch of 70 potentials. Hopefully develop, hopefully trade for something good. So, yeah, who knows. Alright, they finished 56 and 106, which is just dreadful. See who our best player was in terms of WAR. Nathan Church with a 2.7. Mason Wynn with a 2.3. Ramon Urias with a 1.8, as well as Ivan Herrera. Lars Newbar with a 0.8. JJ Weatherholt, not a good rookie year, but hopefully, I mean, damn, he didn't even really play that much, which sucks. Pitching wise, wow, Michael McGreevy had 16 wins. Also pitched 200 innings, so good for him. Wow, we had 6 guys with 10 losses or more. Matt Swanson, 34 saves. Michael McGreevy with a 3 WAR, Matthew Liberatore with a 2, and Kyle Leahy with a 1.3. So, yeah, hopefully they can make some good moves this offseason. They are in trouble. All right, they're going to trade away Lars Newbar for Ryan Garcia. Not the biggest fan of this move. Oh, we signed Trevor Rogers. I think that's not a bad deal, honestly. All right, so in free agency, we didn't lose anyone too crazy. We signed Trevor Rogers. We signed Trevor Larnach, Jake McCarthy, and Joe Jimenez. I mean, it's not the worst offseason in the world, so yeah, see how they do. They're going to trade away Jake McCarthy for Mavis Graves. All right, home run derby time. I'm assuming we don't have anyone here, and that would be a safe assumption. Not as bad as we were last year, 45 and 52. No starters, which is okay, I guess. Ian Hamilton is an all-star. Probably the only one if I had to guess. Yeah, and it's looking like that is the case, and it is. All right, beautiful. Okay, they're going to trade away Andre Palante, Joe Jimenez, and Luis Arias for Chase Betty and Edwin Arroyo. It's an okay move, I guess. Oh, just a terrible draft. All right, that's not good. All right, we finish off terribly. 67 and 95 is just rough. I mean, to put it lightly, it's rough. 5-1 out of Mason Wynn, Ivan Herrera with a 3.9, JJ Weatherholt with a 2.9, 2.7 from Church and Trevor Larnach, Chase Davis with a 2.1, Thomas Agis with a 1.9, Victor Scott with a 1.6. So war-wise, not the worst. We had 4 guys with 10 losses, 2 with 10 wins. Matt Swanson, 35 saves. There we go. Liberatore with a 2, Kyle Leahy with a 1.9, Gerson Moreno. Are you a real person? Oh yeah, I think it's a real person. 1.2 out of him and Riley O'Brien. Matt Swanson with a 0.6. Ooh. All right, it is what it is. Hopefully they make some big moves this offseason, but I doubt it. Actually, wait, hold on. Where's Trevor Rogers? Oh, he had a 0.6. Okay, so he sucked. All right, nice. All right, they're going to trade away Alec Burleson and Nolan Gorman for Eduardo Quintero and Eliezer Alfonso. I think this is an awful deal unless this guy has 89 potential. Then it's the only reason that would be a good deal. They're going to trade away Trevor Larnach and Riley O'Brien for George Valera. Don't think that's a great move, but wow, he was great last year, so who knows. All right, we didn't lose anyone in free agency. We did sign Carlos Estevez, Jorge Polanco, Paul DeJong comes back. Lord has Gurriel, I mean, meh. Very meh. How is Carlos Santana still in the league? Dude's 43. He's 41 years old, still playing. Wow. You know what? Good for him. He really wants the Hall of Fame. But I don't think the Hall of Fame wants him, unfortunately. Okay, they're going to trade away Chase Davis, Leonardo Bernal, and Mavis Graves for Joey Ortiz, Blake Perkins, Angel Zerpa, and Jared Koenig. They're also going to trade away Chase Petty, Thomas Agis, and Ryan Velati for Garrett Mitchell, Christian Yelich, and Aaron Ashby. Both those trades with the Brewers. All right, Home Run Derby. The team is actually as crazy as this going to sound. They're a maybe playoff team here. 53 and 43. Still no starters in the All-Star game. Do we have anyone else? Ivan Herrera, not bad. Mason Wynn is here as well, up to an 87. Good for him. Yeah, and that's going to be it. Hopefully, we make the playoffs. I mean, it would, you know, if we just stay where we are, we should. So, yeah. They're going to trade away Brandon Clark for Cody Clemens, then immediately send him down. That makes no sense. They're going to trade away Tank Hentz, Luis De Leon, and Daniel Ortiz for Matt Wallner. Looks like they're going all out here. Rainiel Rodriguez for Luis Severino. Okay, and they drafted a very good player with their first round pick, which was the first overall pick, so that was a good pick there. As well as this guy who's going to be a potentially solid catcher one day, hopefully. All right, they finished 83 and 79 and do make the postseason. Matt Swanson leaves the league in saves. Mason Wynn with WAR. So he had a phenomenal year. 310. Wow. Good for him. 8-2 out of him. Weatherholt with a 5-6 had a phenomenal year. Ivan Herrera 3-9. Garrett Mitchell with a 3-8. George Valera with a 2-7, as well as Victor Scott. So all three of the center fielders did very well. Matt Wallner with a 2-1 and Jorge Polanco with a 1-5. Joey Ortiz with a 1. Did an okay job. Pitching wise, we had 3 guys with 10 wins, 2 with 10 losses. Like we said, 52 saves out of Matt Swanson is very good. 1-5 WAR from Trevor Rogers, 1-2 from Matthew Liberatore, 1-1 from Angel Zerpa. So, yeah, I mean, the team did well. Can we do a job in the playoffs? I doubt it. We lose in 3 to the Phillies. All right, see if they can make a couple good moves and go for it next year. Okay, so I just wanted to point out, I changed Carlos Santana to a catcher and he makes the Hall of Fame, so yeah. All right, in free agency, we didn't lose anyone too crazy. We lost Garrett Mitchell, Luis Severino, but we did sign Royce Lewis, Jeff Hoffman. He's probably on the older side. And I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, maybe we have a shot at making the playoffs again. We are in one of the weaker divisions, so who knows? I think we might have a shot here. Okay, they're going to trade away Felix Acevedo, Wayne McMahon, and Elizer Alfonso for Brenton Doyle. Hopefully this is a good move. Oh, no, they're going to trade away Mason Wynn for Chad Perez and Big Christmas. They're going to trade away Ivan Herrera, Matthew Liberatore, and Joey Ortiz for Kalen Culpepper, Joe Gold, and Miguel Bleis. Oh, another huge trade. Matt Swanson, Jorge Polanco, Aaron Ashby, and Ian Hamilton for Mike Sirota, Jackson Ferris, and Aaron Freeland. They're going to trade away Matt Wallner for Mike Calhoun. This might not be a bad deal. All right, home run derby time. No one here. James Wood is, though. He's been here the last 3 years. I wish he was this good in my Nationals rebuild. Who do we have as an all-star? I honestly couldn't even make a guess. Maybe, I don't even, JJ Weatherholt? Okay, that makes sense. What overall is, ooh, James Wood's at 93, good for him. Yeah, alright, let's see how the team finishes out. They're not great right now, so let's see. They're going to trade away Cody Clemens and Jeff Hoffman for Jefferson Kiro. Okay, not a bad draft. I wish they would have signed this guy too, but 3 mid-80s guys, honestly, is a good spot to be in. We finished 69 and 93. I completely forgot to stop. Hold on. 69 and 93 is not good whatsoever. Brenton Doyle didn't actually have a bad year. 5-2 for him. 3-6 from Victor Scott. 3-4 from JJ Weatherholt. 2-2 out of Griffin Conine. Jimmy Crooks with a 2-1. Royce Lewis with a 1-2. And Blake Perkins with a 1-1. Pitching wise, no one had 10 wins. 3 guys had 10 losses. Gerson Moreno, 20 saves for us, is our best one because we traded away Matt Swanson. Kyle Leahy 1-7. The switch pitcher Herangelo St. G is here with a 0.8. So yeah, see how we do this offseason. We need a lot of work. They're gonna immediately trade away Royce Lewis, Hunter Dobbins, and Bryce Wilson for Anthony Dorman and Jose Fernandez. Royce Lewis would have been a good player to keep around, but I guess not. Alright, so we did lose a lot of guys, Brenton Doyle being the big name out of the guys that we lost, and we didn't make a single big signing. Yeah, this is going to be a rough year. They're going to trade away George Valera for Roger Henderson. They're going to trade away Griffin Conine for Edgar Quiero. I thought we had him already. No? Okay, I guess we have both of the Quieros now, which is kind of funny. We're going to trade away Victor Scott for Billy Carlson. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. The team is just about as good as you would imagine. We are awful. Yeah, we're dead last. No one on our team here. Actually, that's a lie. One of our players is going to be here. The question is which one is lucky enough to be selected. It's Kalen Culpepper. Alright. I think he's the one that turns into a beast sometimes. I could be wrong. Do we have anyone else that would be a big fat no? Alright, on deadline day, they're trading Cody Clemens for Marcellus Womack. Alright, with the 9th pick, we took this guy. Not a bad draft, honestly. They've had some decent drafts. No, like, superstars, but enough guys where I think that they can do a job very soon. Alright, we sucked yet again, 68 and 94. At least we can say we've made the playoffs. It's not as much as the Angels could say. 4-5 out of JJ Weatherholt, 1-7 out of Kalen Culpepper, 1-6 from Edgar, 1-2 from Joshua Baez. The team sucks. We're just awful. Gerson Moreno with 40 saves because he's our closer, which I think is just absolutely terrible. See who led our team in WAR pitching wise. 3 WAR out of Trevor Rogers. I completely forgot he was here. He's starting to fall off. Plus he hits free agency this year, so yeah, probably the last time we're going to see him. All right, we are officially over the hump. Trevor Rogers became a free agent as well as a couple other guys. We got Quinn Priester, and that's about it. I mean, Mike Soroka, Mitch Keller, very mid, but yeah, we're going to suck again. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby. Let me guess, no one here that would be correct. James Tibbs is here as a member of the Angels. Good for him. The Mets had 3 people there, which is crazy. Who is our all-star? JJ Weatherholt. All right, not bad. Anyone else decide to show up? Probably not, honestly. If I had to just, take a wild guess. JJ Weatherholt hitting 330. Very good. And Nolan Gorman, not a member of our team anymore, though. Yeah, and that's going to be it. All right. See how we finish off the year. Probably not very good. All right, this guy wasn't bad. We need to start signing all of our draft picks because, yeah, we're missing out on players here. Hopefully this guy can turn into a beast for us. All right, we finished 70 and 92, which is unironically our second best finish. Who did the job? Oh, Jose Fernandez is here. Let's see. 6.5 out of JJ Weatherholt. Kalen Culpepper with a 4.2. Jake Mangum with a 1.6. Jose Fernandez 1.4. Edgar with a 1.3. Jefferson with a 1.2. I'm not like 99% sure they're brothers, and I think it's funny because one destroys lefties, and never mind, I was gonna say one destroys righties, but that is incorrect. How did the pitching do? 41 saves out of Eric Orsi, so not bad. See how they did war-wise. 2-3 out of Quinn Priester, 1-8 from Mitch Keller, 1-1 from Liam Doyle, and switch pitcher did okay. So yeah. We lose JJ Weatherholt to the Phillies. That sucks. All right, so in free agency, we obviously lost JJ Weatherholt as well as some other guys. We signed Jazz Chisholm. He's got to be old. Same with Victor Robles. We also get Edwin Diaz, but they're all old as hell. So probably another 90 loss season, to be completely honest. All right, they're going to trade away Quinn Priester and Jackson Ferris for Ernest Sandoval and Reggie Miley. All right, home run derby time. Let's see. No one here, but the Nationals have the top 2, so shout out to them. Let's see. Who is our all-star now that we lost our best guy? JJ Weatherhold's still an all-star, just not wearing our jersey. Who is it going to be? It's Jose Fernandez. It's funny because he's like a 4-time all-star, or at least a 2-time. Yeah, 2-time all-star. Also won Rookie of the Year, so good for him. No one else, if I had to imagine. Yeah, that would be correct. All right, with the 9th overall pick, they took Willie Fernandez, who's not bad. These 4 guys might be decent, but and this guy, but I don't think we have enough time for them to develop. But who knows? We've got 3 years left after this one, so. Yeah. All right, we finished 64 and 98. Just another awful year. It's looking like we're not going to do anything here, unfortunately. 3-4 from Mike Sirota, 2-6 from Jose Fernandez, Jazz with the 2-4, Jefferson with the 2-2, Culpepper with the 2, Charles Boyd with a 1.6, Victor Robles with a 1-1. Are we starting to see any of our other players come up? I don't think so. So, yeah, no one with 10 wins. Only one guy with 10 losses, though. Wow. Combined 30 saves from the team this year is just rough. 1-6 from Liam Doyle, 1-2 from Eli Montalvo. Yeah, we need something crazy to happen, but I don't think it's going to. They're going to throw away Jazz Chisholm, Victor Robles, as well as these two other guys for Bruno Velasquez and Von Pryor. All right, in free agency, we lost a few guys. No one too crazy. We sign Lawrence Butler. We get Tommy Edman back, which is funny. Edwin Yacida, Ryan O'Hearn, but I just don't think we have enough, so yeah. Okay, they're going to trade Kalen Culpepper, George Soriano, and Bryce Jarvis for Rob Davies and Andrew Grissom. I do not think that we will be seeing a World Series in this video. Trade away Jose Fernandez for Henry Arturo. They're going to trade away Lawrence Butler, Jaden Hill, and Ryan Fernandez for Conrad Wood and Dominic Schoendienst. Definitely butchered that. Home Run Derby, no one's here. I can already tell you that. I'm like a psychic or something. Let's see, do we have anyone here? I mean, obviously we do have someone here. The question is, who is it going to be? Eric Orzi's an all-star, just not for our team. I'm sorry, did I say Clayton Beater? Wow. Jefferson Giro is our all-star, which feels kind of bad. By kind of bad, I mean that's like terrible, genuinely. Yeah, alright, let's finish out the year. They're going to trade away Dallas Farisal for Dave Wild. Alright, they take this guy with the 5th pick. Not bad, but I just don't think there's enough time for him. Alright, we finished 72-90. We have not cracked, 80 wins since the 3rd year, which is rough. Charles Boyd leads the league in triples. I guess that counts for something. Maybe a little bit of pride there. It looks like some of our guys are starting to develop at least, which is good. 4-3 from Jefferson, as well as Billy Carlson. 2-6 out of Eduardo. Mike Calhoun with a 1-9. Christian with a 1-2. Charles Boyd with a 1-1. Pitching wise, yeah, we suck. Really just not good at all. 1-9 out of Liam Doyle. He is probably going to go down as a team legend. Chad Perez with a 1-4. We've got, what year are we in right now? We've got 2 years left, so let's see how they do. All right, it is our second to last offseason. We re-sign Jose Fernandez. We get Gabriel Arias, but really nothing that's going to help this team that much. So, yeah. We're at the Home Run Derby. No one here. Surprise, surprise. The team's not doing too bad, but I already know we're probably going to make some big moves. And by big moves, I mean giving other teams players that we could use. Grayson Rodriguez, wow. How's his career turned out? Honestly, not that bad, to be completely honest. Yeah, good for him, I guess. Who is our all-star? Tom McManus. I honestly would not be surprised if that was the only one. Jose Fernandez. Didn't we have this guy? No, we had a different guy. Jose Fernandez is also an all-star, so good for him. Anyone else? Charles Boyd. So we have 3 all-stars, but we are still just not really even in the conversation. So this is going to be the final draft class. Hopefully it's a good one. They're going to trade away Drew Gilbert for Steven Wilder. All right, with the 5th pick, they took this guy who would be really good if we had another 5 years, but we don't, so that sucks. All right, we finished 71-91. Obviously not good enough for the playoffs. Let's see. Chad Perez, good year from him, I guess. Statistics. Let's see how the guys did. 4-1 from Billy Carlson, 3-3 from Eduardo, Jose Fernandez with a 2-5, Jefferson with a 1-8, as well as Mike Calhoun, Gabriel with a 1-3, Keaton Young with a 1, as well as Tommy Edman. Is he Hall of Fame bound? Probably not. I'm going to turn him into a catcher and see if he is, though, so yeah, we'll see. Pitching wise, though. Wow, just not very good. Sean Trowbridge with a 3-4, Eli Montalvo with a 1-1, and Miguel Guzman with a 1. Okay, they're going to do a monster swap. I'm not going through every player, but yeah. At the final off-season, they didn't lose anyone in free agency, but they signed Lazaro Montes. They signed Nolan Schanuel. That's about it. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe we make the playoffs. I don't think we will, though. Let's go find out. they're gonna do this big deal. Ooh, Kate Smith. Okay, maybe they're trying to win a World Series. Who knows? They're gonna trade Richie Benton for Matt Shaw. Final home run derby. Do we have anyone here? Oh, we do. Nolan. Wow. Okay. All right, Nolan, go off, King. Didn't know you had it like that, but let's see the All-Star voting. Okay, so we have Nolan and Josh Jung as All-Stars, as well as DJ Hers and Kate Smith. Anyone else? No, but that's all right. I mean, we have a shot here. We're definitely in the race, not by much, but we have a good second half. Who knows? And this is the final deal they're gonna make. It looks like they gave up. That sucks. They finished 82 and 80. If they had 1 or 2 more years, they might have made the playoffs again. Nolan had a good year. He won MVP. Wow. All right, good for him. Sucks that we couldn't do a job. Let's see the WAR numbers. 5.5 from Steven Vollot. Nolan with a 5.1. Billy Carlson with a 4.8. Eduardo with a 4.7. Montas and Keaton Young with 4.4s. 3.9 from Mike Calhoun. Johnny Level with a 3.2. Matt Shaw with a 3. We have 4 guys with 10 wins, 3 with 10 losses, 35 saves out of Kate Smith, but probably most of those were with his other team. 4.2 from Chad Price, Sean Trowbridge with a 3.4, Muhammad Chaney with a 2.9, Miguel Guzman 2.8, 2.4 out of DJ Harris. But unfortunately, they can't get it done. That's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.